So today we are just going to see how we can perform the file and folder related activities, okay, in Blue Prism. So how we are just going to perform these activities. So if you want to perform any file or a folder related activity in Blue Prism, then you have to use the VBO, that is Visual Business Object. But which VBO you are just going to use? So we are going to use the utility hyphen file management. Okay, the utility hyphen file management. So using this VBO, we can create the folder, we can delete the folder, we can create the file, we can delete the file, we can get the path of the folders. So all the activity we can perform using this utility. So let's see how we are just going to perform this one. So I'm just going to create a new object. So create object, and I'm just going to give the name as day 6 Ravi. Now next, I'm going to give the description for your reference, file and folder activities. Okay, VBO, that is utility hyphen file management. Okay, so now click on finish. So it is created. Double click on this. Okay, so now here you can see this is your object name day 6 hyphen Ravinder, and here you can see the VBO utility hyphen file management and file and folder activities, the description which we have given. And here you can see the created by, who has created, through which login this is created, through the admin login, on which date, at what time. So all the things are going to be shown over here. Okay, now here if you go, so here for using any VBO, as I have told you the last time also, so if you want to use any kind of a VBO, so you have to use the action stage. Okay, you have to use the action stage. So here I am just going to drag this action stage here, and if I just do the double click, and from the business object I am going to select the utility hyphen file management. Now here you can see that all the different actions which we have over here, right? So for example, if I say I just want to write something into a text file. Okay, I just want to write something into a text file, and every time it needs to be append, so we are just going to use this append to text file. So I did select this one. Now it is asking the file. Okay, so for example, I'm just going to create a manual file. So suppose I have created the file as uh, data, and in this data file, suppose I just need to write some text. So what I will do is, here I am going to use the append text file. Okay, so what we need to do, I just need to select the Visual Business Object, the utility hyphen file management from the drop down. Okay. Then it is asking the file name, so I need to pass the entire path of the file here. Now it is asking the text, what text you want to pass. So suppose I want to pass welcome to RPA Blue Prism. Okay, this text. Now click on OK. So now here you can see the message of success, okay, and failure. So suppose if I am just going to create this one, and this is not mandatory first of all. So here what will happen? So now if I will connect these stages through the link stage, and now if I'll just execute this one, so now here you can see the job is successfully done. Now you can see. So here you can see the success message as a true. Okay. So in success you can see the true, but in message it is not showing anything. Why? Because there is no error. So if there will be any error, then in success this current value will become the false. Okay, and the error description will be shown in this current value in this message data item. So there is no error. So because of that, the current value is not showing anything. If there will be any error, then it will show into the message box. So now if you go into the file and if I open this data file, so now just open this. So now you can see welcome to Blue Prism. Now if I will again execute this one, okay, again I have executed. So now if you go into the file, so now you can see it is appending the record. Okay, so every time it is going to append the record. Okay, so this is nothing but known as a append text file. So this is, rename this one, I say append text file. Now what will happen if the file path which we have given over here, if that file does not exist in this directory? Okay, so for example, if I have deleted this data.txt file, now if I will execute, then what will happen? So if I am just going to execute, so now you can see the process executed successfully. There is no error. So what will happen? Automatically it will create a data.txt file over there if that does not exist, and it will write the text. Okay, so if you have given the path of the file, so that is perfectly fine. But if that file does not exist into this path, so automatically it will create first, and after that it is going to write the text which you have given. So this is known as a append to text file. Now let's see the next activity. I'm going to create a new page. Okay. Drag the section stage here, and now select utility hyphen file management. Okay. So here now you can see we have a different actions over here. Okay, we have the different actions over here. So here you can see we have the write text file. Okay, so let's understand about this write text file. So what this action is going to perform? So as you have seen that in append text file, every time it is going to append your record. Okay, it is not going to delete the previous record. Every time it is going to append the record. Okay, but if you are using the write text file, so it is going to clear your previous data and it will enter the new data then. Okay, so let's see. Suppose I have given the path, so this is path, and suppose I have given ravinder.txt. okay, this file name I have given. Now here I am passing, hi Ravinder, welcome to BP Kingdom. Okay. Now click on OK. Now OK. Just connect all these stages. This one. Just execute. Now you can see. So txt file is created, and if I click, so now here you can see the text. Now for example, if I change the text over here, okay. Just use the today. Okay. Just validate it. Okay, it is valid. So suppose I have added the date. Okay, now execute. Let's see. Run this. Fine. Now if I click on this So here you can see. Okay, so now you can see it is adding the date, right? So the previous record was deleted and the new one is added. Okay, suppose if I make the changes, just reset this first. Suppose here I said simply welcome to BP Kingdom. Thanks for joining. And I just click on OK. So now if I'm just going to reset this and if I'm just going to execute this one. So if you go here and if you open it, so now you can see the previous text is deleted and the new text has been entered successfully. Any query, Ravinder, as of now?
Okay, it's okay.
Okay, fine. So rename it, write text file. Now let's create a new page. So drag the section stage. Now here go with utility file management and here you can see the create directory. Okay, so create directory is basically used if you want to create any folder. Okay, so create directory is nothing but creating a folder. Okay. So this is nothing but create folder. Okay, now it is asking the directory path where you want to create it. Suppose I want to create the folder on this path. Okay, now this one slash, suppose I am just going to create the folder name as blue prism hyphen I say 15th Feb 2020. Okay, this is folder name. Okay, now click on OK. Now it is asking error if already exists. So it says if your folder is already exists, then do you want to show the error? So suppose if I'm just making as a true, yes, I want to show the error. But where you want to show the error? In message box. Okay, so now let's see. This time there is no folder, okay, with that particular name which I have given as a blue prism hyphen 50 Jan 2020. I do not have any folder in this drive. So if I'll execute the first time, so it is going to give you the message, it is going to give you the value as a true in success, but there is no message because there is no error, right? So now if I just go in folder, now you can see the folder is created successfully, this one. Now suppose if the folder is already existing and if I'm just gonna execute this one, so now here you can see in success you are able to see the false and in message you can see what kind of a current value or exception it is going to give you. The directory already exists. Okay, it means this folder is already exist, so it is going to give you the error. If you not make that as a true, so it is not going to give you the any kind of a message over here. Okay, so for error you just need to make this as a true, then only it is going to give you the message. So this is a way how you can create a directory or a folder. Okay, now this is for create directory. Let's rename this. I say create directory. So I have created one folder as of now. Now suppose I want to create a multiple folders. Okay, so create directory. Okay, create multiple directory. So let's see how. So for example, I have one collection over here and I say this is for example I say this is employee list. Okay, and Click on add, and I have taken the data type name as a field and data type as a text, and I'm just passing few entries over here. Okay, John, Allen, Thalia, Harry, and Fritz. Okay, so I have these 5 employees, and I just need to create the employee folder within this main folder. Okay, here outside of this one. So let's see how we are going to create it. Okay, so what we have to do? We have to create the directory. So we are going to use this action as a create directory. This is create directory. Now here utility hyphen file management, go for create directory. It is asking the path. Okay, so now let's see what the path of the folder will be. So the path of the folder is going to be this one. Okay, slash, and I am just going to concatenate the employee list dot name. Okay, from the employee list collection, I just want to use the name column or a name header. Now, okay, and if same here, if you want to, if your folder is exist and if you want to make it as a true, so you can. Now just click on OK. So I just need to create the folder, but this activity I need to execute the several times. The several time is I need to execute this activity for all the records which we have into this employee list collection. Okay, so this activity I need to repeat it. So for any repetition activity, we just need to perform this looping concept. So use this loop, double click on loop start, and just select your collection here. Now, okay. Now, what we have to do? What we have to do? We have to connect all these stages, right? So, then loop, create directory, this one and this one. Now, let's execute this one. So now you can see your first folder is created. Now, second, the job is done. Okay, fine. Now, if you go into your main folder, now you can see Alan, Chris, Harry, John, and Natalia. Okay, so you can see all the folders for individual employee has been created successfully here. Okay, now what we have to do? Suppose I said I just need to create a folder. Okay, but as here I have given you the employee name directly here, but no, I have given you a country name into the Excel file, suppose here, and now what I have to do, I have to fetch the country name from here, and for all the individual countries I need to create the folder. Okay, so let's see how we are just going to perform this one. So just go here in Blue Prism, create new page, okay. Create directory using Excel data. Okay. So now what will be my first step? My first step will be to get the data from the Excel file and store in the collection. That's it. So use this action stage. Then here, this is create instance. Now go here, MS Excel VBO, and here go for create instance. Okay. Now just create the handle. After that, again we need to go for the section stage, open workbook. Okay. MS Excel VBO, This is open workbook. You just copy the path of this file. Okay, pass the handle number, pass the path, and create the data item as a workbook name. Okay, or if you want to change the name, you can. After that, I just need to read the data. Okay. Read data. So MS Excel VBO, here get worksheet as a collection first. Okay. Now where you want to store it? Suppose I want to store in data collection. Okay. This one. So now let's connect all these stages and see the result. Let's execute. Okay. So now here you can see you have the 7 record: India, Australia, China, and so on and so forth. Okay. Now I have to create the country folder, individual country folder. So what is your header name? So your header name is country. Okay. So let's see how we are going to perform this one. So here I have to use the loop stage. Double click, select your collection, which is data. Okay. Now I have to create a folder. To drag the section stage, double click, and this is create directory. Okay. So now go for utility file management, create directory. Now here you can see the directory path. So I'm going to give here, suppose here I'm going to create a manually folder. So within that I'm just going to create. Okay. So this is my main folder under which I need to create a all the countries folder. Okay. So this is the main path. Let's create this one. So this is my main path, and I need to go for this data. Here, data dot country. Okay, this was the column name. Now click on OK. Now click on OK. Now let's connect all these stages in sequence. Just reset this. Now if I'll just click on go, so here now you can see it is going to create the all the individual folders for all the countries into that particular folder. Okay, now the job is completed. Now if you go here, so now you can see all the countries folder over here. Okay, now suppose if I am going to add few more countries, okay, in my list, so it will also be considered. Okay, let open this Excel file. Okay, now suppose I'm just going to add, for example, okay, I have added these 4. Okay, now just save this, close this file, go into your bot. Now let's execute this bot. So once you'll execute this bot, so bot is going to execute and it is going to fetch the data. Then after it is going to create the individual directory. So now you can see it is creating the directory. Okay. And this is for the last record. Now the job is completed. Now go into folder country. Now you can see this Uganda, Zimbabwe, then New York, then Kenya, which we have added. Okay, so now you can see over here. Now, if you want to delete the folder, okay, so for example, if we have this folder and I just want to delete this one, so how we are going to delete the directory? So let's see. So what we need to do, the same use this action stage, and I say this is delete directory. So just select the utility hyphen file management, and here if you go, so we have the delete directory. So here we just need to give the directory path. Okay. So just give the path of this directory. Okay, this is the path. And same here, if error if folder is not existed. Okay, so I'm just going to make it as a true. Now go into output, just create the messages, success and normal message. So this normal message is for the error, when error will occur. So now you can see, so as of now the folder is existed, so it is going to delete the folder. So in success data item, it will show as a true, and in message it is not going to show anything because the folder is existed. Now you can see, okay, you can see the true, and here we do not have any current value. So now you can see, if you go in folder, so that folder is deleted. Now if I'll again execute, so it is going to give you success as a false, and here you can see the error. Okay, so what it says, directory does not exist. It means that folder is not into your drive which you have given the path to delete. Okay, so this is a concept to delete the file. Is it clear till here or any doubt?
Clear, no problem.
Okay, now the next one, directory exists. So suppose if I have a folder as Ravinder, okay. Now I need to check whether that Ravinder folder is existing or not. Okay. So what we have to do, let's see, drag this action, double click. I want to check directory exist or not. Okay. So same, go into utility file management, and here you can see the directory exists. Okay. So it is asking the directory name. Okay. So now just copy as a path, just paste your directory path. Okay. Now create the exist flag data item. Now connect this one. If my folder get exist, so it is going to give you as a true. If my folder does not exist, so it is going to give you the false. So now you can see true because my folder is existed. Now if I'll delete this folder, and now again if I'll execute my bot, so it is going to give you the result as a false. Now you can see, okay, because the folder is not existed. So now what I need to do, I need to create a folder on basis of directory exist or not. Create directory if not exist. Okay. So what I will do, let's see. So my requirement is, first of all, you have to check whether that folder is existing or not. For example, if I have created a folder as USA online, okay. Now I'm just copying the path of this folder, copy as path. And now what I need to do, first of all, I need to check whether that directory exists or not. Okay. So I am going to use this action stage, double click directory. exists or not. Okay, so go here, file management, and here you need to check whether that directory exists or not. So I am going to give the path. Okay, okay, this one. Okay. So I said if my directory exists, okay, then don't do anything. But if my directory does not exist, then please create a directory there. Okay. So what I will do is I will use the if statement. Okay, that means decision stage. So drag this decision stage here, double click on this. What we need to check, we need to check the result of this exists data item is equals to true or not. Okay, now click on validate. Now you can see valid. This is a case sensitive. Okay, if I am writing the true in caps, now you can see expression is invalid. Okay, and don't write in double quotes because that will be considered the text otherwise. Now I have given the conditions. So if directory exists, then I want to end the process. But if directory does not exist, then I need to create the directory. Okay. So just create this one. I say create directory. Now here file management, go with the create directory, and this is path. Okay. This one directory name. Now connect all these stages in sequence. Directory exists. If exists, then end the process. If does not exist, then create the directory. Okay. Now use this anchor stage to create a proper flow. This one. Okay. So now you can see. If I will execute the bot, now you can see. Okay. Look, the result is true because the folder is existed. Okay, now if I just delete this, now my directory is not existing. So if I'll execute this one now, so it is going to create the directory. Now you can see. Okay, so here you can see the directory has been created now. So this is a concept how you can check whether that directory exists or not. Okay. So, for example, if I have given you the name, okay, so let's see, within this country folder, I have the multiple countries, okay. Now, I am going to add few more names into this country list. Suppose I have added Mexico, USA, UK, like this I had it, these three, okay. So now what I need to do, in my country folder, okay, just create those directory only which is not here, which is not into my country folder. Okay, so let's see how we are just going to perform these activities. So go here, create the new, create directory if not exist, okay, using the loop. So let's see. First of all, what we have to do? We have to get the data from the Excel. So this is create instance. Okay. So just go here, utility file management. Oh, sorry. MS Excel view. Go here and that is create instance. Handle number. Okay. Now after that, drag this one more action stage, double click, open workbook, oh, MS Excel view. Open for group. Just copy the path of your Excel file. Use the handle number. Okay. Then the file name. Create this workbook name data item. Then what we have to do? We have to read the data. Okay. Drag this action stage. Read data. Like this. Okay. Now that has been created successfully. Perfect. Now what we need to do? We have to use the looping concept. Okay. This one. Double click. Select your collection here. Okay. Now what we have to do? First of all, we have to check whether that directory exists or not, right? So I have to use this action stage here. I will just go directory exist or not. Okay. Or you can simply put question mark, no worries. File management, go here, directory exist. Okay, so where you need to check directory exist? So I just need to make this dynamic. Okay, so what we have to do? I have given the path slash and I just need to concatenate the data dot the column name was country. Okay, fine. Okay. And create the flag, this one. Now if my directory exists, then what I need to do? Okay, so if my directory exists, then I need to move further. Okay, and then I do not want to do anything. But if my directory does not exist, then I just need to create that. So let's see how we are just going to create this flow. So put here the if condition, that is decision stage. Here just check if this is equals to true. It means if my directory exists. Okay, so if my directory exists, then what I need to do? If my directory exists, then I do not want to do anything. I need to move for the next step. If not, then I need to create the directory. So go here, file management, create the directory. This is path, and here the data dot country. Okay, fine. Now click OK. Now connect all these stages in sequence. Let's see. Here, this one. If directory does not exist, if directory exists, then go for the next one. Otherwise, create the directory and connect this one. This will be the flow. Okay. So now you can see. So this will be your flow. Okay. Just arrange this one so that will look like better format. This one. Okay, now just reset this one, and now here you can see as of now we do not have that those three folders which we have created. Okay, the Mexico, okay, UK, US, we don't have. So let's execute. So if I'm just going to execute this one, so let's see, it is going to read the data first from your Excel file, store into collection. Now you can see the first folder exists. Okay, now you can see. Okay, if folder exists, it will go to the next step. Okay, for the next record. Now you can see this folder was not there, so now it is created. Now for the next one, that also does not exist. Okay, now for the last one, that is also not existed. Done. Just reset this. Now go here now you can see the USA, UK and Mexico. So now you can see the time also. Okay, so at 7:08. Okay, so now you can see at 7:08 p.m. these three folders are created, and all the folders have the earlier time 6:52 when we have created this one. Okay, so this is basically the concept, how we are just going to create the folders. Any doubt as of now, Ravinder?
No, fine.
Okay, fine. Then I'm just going to create the another page, so which will help you to get folder details. Okay, so here just drag this action stage over here, double click on this and go here, file management, and here you can see, if you go here, so you can see get folders. Okay, so how we are just going to see the get folders activity. So I need to identify the name of all the folders which exist within this country folders. Okay, so list of all these. So let's see how we are going to perform this. Get folders. This is my main folder path. Okay, then here you can see the folder collection. Okay, now let's execute. And if I'll execute this one, so now here you can see 14. Okay, if you open this, go in current values, so now here you can see, look, this is the entire path, all those 14 folders. Now you can see, okay, all these 14 folders. Here you can see the name of the folder. Here you can see the created date time, the last access and last written date time. Okay, so this is a way how we can capture the folder details. Okay, so using the get folder, we can go for it. Clear?
Clear.
Okay, fine. So now I am going to give you the assignment which you need to perform. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to create all the folders. Okay. You have to create all the folders. Suppose if you have a 10 folder, so write the country name or the employee name in your Excel file from where you need to create the folder. Okay. But in which sequence? Let's see. You need to create the data type in this sequence like this way. So for example, just take one column as employee name. Okay. Then another one is employee designation. Okay. So just take the name. Suppose I have John, I have Harry, I have Krish, I have John, like I have Peter, like this way. Then the designation, suppose VP, okay, director, then suppose the VP finance, okay, CEO, And suppose for example he is CFO, like this way. Okay, so you need to create the folder, but in which sequence? Like this way: John VP. Okay, like this way: Harry director. Okay, because why? For example, suppose I have the another name as a John, but here you can see this John is VP and this is someone, the another John you can say, but this John is not VP. Okay, this John is, for example, I say manager. Okay, so here it should create as a John manager. Okay, so like this way, in this sequence you need to create your all the folder. Okay, so once your all folder will be created, then what you have to do? Okay, when all these folders will created successfully, after that you need to create a bot. For example, just change this one. Okay, for example, this time this one is VP, I said no. Here John is manager, but I said so this folder is created into your directory, but just I just change this AVP. So when I will execute the bot, so what I need to do? I need to create all the earlier folders from my drive. Okay, and I just need to create this one. So this is something which we need to perform. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is something the assignment which you need to perform. Okay, and then we will go with the another activities.
Okay.
Okay, and the one more assignment you have to do when you will create all the folders. Suppose I have the 10 folders today within this country folder. So all the folders name you have to capture into one Excel file. The reverse activity you have to perform. Okay, as I have created all these country folders using this Excel file, now you have to do the reverse, that all the country folder name should be stored into a one Excel file. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is something which you need to perform. Okay, so just try this one. If you will have any doubts, so we will just make it clear and then we will move on.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to share this file with Ajay. Okay, so he will
Okay.
share with you.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Ravinder.